Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-May 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Scorpio collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you have for Scorpio gang in mid-May? We're at the back end of Taurus season, moving into Gemini. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio gang in mid-May. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick, shall we? There we go. Ask, you shall receive. We got it first shuffle, and we are starting with the Alchemist. Very interesting. Now, this card does always give me Hermit-like vibes if I were to compare it to a card that's in the tarot deck, and I love it because of the focus. I love it because of the intention and the creation that's involved with it. There is a little bit of solitude, though. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this alchemist. So we see this bald-headed individual with the little alchemical symbol for the sun right over the third eye, which represents illumination, aha moments, eureka moments, holding on to that potion, that creation, and is focused on it. So to me, this can sometimes represent something coming to fruition, manifesting something, or a creation being made. Like, I finally got it. I've worked towards it. Now I finally have it. There is a sense of accomplishment that I get with this card, but it is also focus, right? Like, what's he doing? He is laser focused on what he's working on. He is laser focused on his creation, his manifestation. So for some Scorpios, that could be advice from Spirit, where it's like, hey, keep focusing on this. Or maybe there's something else that Spirit wants you to focus on. I've been getting that a lot for the water signs the past couple weeks. So it's great for that. Now, it does give me the Hermit vibes. Maybe you're connected to a Virgo. Hermit and Alchemist vibe to me does have this little solitude going on. And listen, as someone with major Scorpio placements myself, I get it. We need our alone time sometimes, but that might be a little extra. Maybe you do need a little extra alone time or isolation when this card is here. But we're just going to let him chill out. He's going to do what he's going to do. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Scorpio gang. What's happening? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It is going to be very hard to top the reading we had last week because it was titled Best Reading Ever. And out of the thousands of readings I've done on YouTube, and not even counting the ones I've done for personals for other people, it was probably one of the best Scorpio readings probably the one. The energy was just so exciting, so great, and doesn't mean that every Scorpio is going to have like a life-changing come up or a life-changing event, but the energy just felt like it had so much potential. So even if, and wins come in all different shapes and sizes, sometimes it's monetary, sometimes you just have some really great days, sometimes things just fall into place. But even if it didn't happen this recent week, there's great energetic potential moving forward, regardless of what we see this week. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards to start for Scorpio gang in mid-May. What's happening for Scorpio? Thank you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Cool. I don't dislike it. I'm not like super excited about it, but I also don't dislike it. So there could be certain things or situations where it's like, okay, yeah, no, that's there. That's a thing. Let's get a couple more. I'm feeling very neutral about that Knight of Pentacles for some reason. Okay, that's a good one. So we have the 9 of Cups right in the center. So we do still have some of this holdover positive energy that we had last week, which makes me happy. I'm going to get him tucked in right there. Let's get one more and see what shows up. So what do we got for Scorpio gang? Cool. So 2 cards. All right, so we have the 7 of Swords right here on the back and a bit of mystery. Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on you. But then there is some big positivity showing up here with the Six of Wands. So we got some stuff here, Scorpio. It is a little more nuanced than it was last week, because I'll tell you this, there's some stuff I'm over the moon about. There's stuff I'm very neutral about. There's stuff I'm very skeptical about. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know me, I always love to look at the elements. And we have one of each this week. That's good. That's the perfect balance. Perfect balance, actually. And I always say when there's too much of one element, it could really skew the scales. And it's important because it tells us how things flow. But we have earth, water, air, fire, right? It's all a beautiful combination. Now, these could be different areas of life, right? Especially with how I'm feeling about each different thing. But when it comes to earth, that's usually matters of stability and security. It could be your day to day routine, what you do every day at this time. So it's like very structured. It can represent money, work, business, finance, home, and family. So the world that we live in, that's what this earth is. And the good thing about it, it's predictable, it's stable. The down thing about the earth energy is sometimes it can make you feel stuck. Sometimes it can feel a little dry, or it can feel a little boring. So frustrating. So we're going to have to see. But it does pair very well with the next element, which is water, Scorpio. That is your comfort level. That is your power element. So that's even better. Now, that's matters of the heart, matters of emotion, uh, things, people, situations that we're emotionally invested in. It could be artistic creativity and imagination. So I really like water, especially in a Scorpio reading. The downside, sometimes water can pull us under, right? Sometimes we could fall to our emotion and can't control them. On the back end, we have swords, much more pragmatic, logical, straightforward, very strategic, smart. The air does speak about acquiring or giving information. So there could be certain things you're searching for. Your interest could be piqued about something. But it's like we have the heart and mind. You see what I mean? There's like the balance, the heart, the mind, the world, and the actions that take place within it when we get over to the wands, right? So that's the actions that people take. The downside with the swords, it could be very cold. So we have a lot of stuff here. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, we start with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this could be an earth sign you're connected to. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We already did have that Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So that's showing up pretty heavily. But Knights, to me, they are messengers, communicators, but they also represent action. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest mover. It is detailed, it is meticulous, it is in no rush whatsoever. It's barely moving at all. It's like one of those. It's like a snail inching its way up a hill. So that could be good for some things. Again, there's like a predictability to it. I don't hate it. But the downside to this Knight of Pentacles, yeah, there's a dryness to it. Or there's just this neutrality where it's like, all right, I mean, I don't love it, don't hate it. It's just, it is what it is. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling about the Knight right now. It can be frustrating from time to time because it's like, why don't you just do the thing? Why can't you just do the thing? So we're going to have to see what's up with him. Again, it could just be a conversation. It doesn't have to be all that other crap I'm describing. So we're just going to have to see. But it could be something that's not moving to your liking. Now, moving to the middle, we have the Nine of Cups. Love this card. And we see our friend here that kind of looks like old school John Travolta. He looks happy. He has his cups. He's like, hey, I got plenty to drink. Come on in and share one with me. So to me, this is a card of wins, victories. It's sharing, it's celebrating, it's having a good time, it's welcoming, it's open, it's warm. So I love this. So again, I have something I'm neutral about. I have something that I really, really enjoy, something that I really like when this card is here. So you see the scales that we got going. The downside to the Nine of Cups, sometimes it could be a little too nice. Sometimes it could be a little too open. So watch out for that in this time, because this is an energy where it's like, here, you could have a cup, and then someone takes 3 cups. And it's like, hey, I said you could have one, not 3. Why are you taking more than I said? I don't know. That sounds very specific. So just watch out for that. And sometimes the Nine of Cups can also overindulge. Nothing wrong with having a good time, but the Nine of Cups can overdo it. Now, onto the back end, we have the Seven of Swords. Out of all the cards, this is the one I really want to hone in on when we start clarifying. We see this person in the fez. They're making away with all the swords. In its best, most positive aspect, this card can just represent things that are not on your radar, things that you don't quite see, things that are unknown to you. So this is a mystery. But in its roughest sense, this could represent someone or something that is not very trustworthy. So there could be a thing where it's like, something doesn't feel right about that, or something's off here. And listen, as part of Scorpio gang myself, I get it. We're very keen on seeing little details or feeling little vibe shifts. And the Seven of Swords could absolutely represent that. So there could be something that's got you wondering and questioning Is there more going on? So we want to see what's up with him. It could be a person to watch out for, especially next to the Nine of Cups, or a situation at the very least. But again, it could just be mystery. Now, here on the back end, we have the Six of Wands, complete and total victory. One of the best cards in the whole entire deck. It's right up there with the Nine of Cups. So we still have that beautiful holdover energy from last week. This is a card of getting notoriety, attention. This is great for growing things. And it's like I'm just gaining attention, all eyes on me. It's a beautiful type of energy. And it's things going well, and it's gaining the recognition for the work that you've done. So we have a mixture. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Scorpio. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for Scorpio gang. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Knight of Pentacles. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Scorpio, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is that Knight of Pentacles here for Scorpio gang? Okay, cool. This is something that doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords in reverse underneath this Knight of Pentacles. There is this energy around communication, so watch out for like miscommunications. Maybe these are even communications that like probably pop up out of the blue. I'm already picking that up, and we're going to see if that comes in further as we move along in the reading, because I've been picking that up in some other signs too. But the Ace of Swords is usually the sword of truth, clarity. It's very straightforward, honest, and to the point. But it's in the reverse here. And again, they could be offers and opportunities and stuff like that. If it was in the upright, I'd be like, all right, cool. I trust this. Like, there's nothing, everything is on the level here. I would feel great about it. But with it in reverse underneath this Knight of Pentacles, there's either something I'm very unsure about or something that just doesn't make sense to me, where it's like, this just doesn't logically make sense. Why would you say that? Or why would you do that? Or it's like the words and the actions aren't lining up. And that's something that's really big, especially if you're cross-watching for Scorpio, is the congruency between words and actions, right? Like, in a lot of Scorpios notice this, where it's like if you say something but do something else. That's kind of what I'm picking up here in the front. And again, I'm not saying, listen, if you're cross-watching, maybe that's a Scorpio, who knows, right? Could be any which way. But there's something here that's incongruent to me, where it's like, okay, the story just doesn't line up, or the words and actions, like there's just something that doesn't make sense to me. So there might be a mystery brewing for some Scorpios, that's for sure, because when Scorpios start feeling that, then it's off into investigation mode, right? We're going to keep moving. We're going to see what's up. I would say just watch out for miscommunications too, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse, because it could be someone that just says something to like get someone off their back too. Or it's, I'm just going to say it to appease that person. I'm just going to say it to get them off my back. All right, let's go in on the Nine of Cups. So weird, so specific. Again, only take what hits to you. But let's see what's up with the Nine of Cups. Playing nice. There's like this energy that's playing nice. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse underneath this Nine of Cups. This can be good. Now, the Queen of Cups is another Scorpio power card. It could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, any of them. Usually, queens represent the emotional aspect of the suit. So the fact that she's cups, it's like a double down of emotion. So like even if she's not feeling too good, not feeling too hot, everything's fine. No, yeah, everything's cool. Everything's perfect. Why do you ask? It's like one of those. It is playing nice, which I think can be good. So for some Scorpios, maybe there's something going on or a situation where it's like, you know what? I'm just going to play nice for now. Or somebody can be at the very least. But again, that's another thing a lot of Scorpios are very keen on. Like you could tell when someone's energy and what they're projecting isn't lining up. That's something that's coming through this week for some reason. Now, the Queen of Cups in reverse underneath the Nine of Cups can also be good. I'm going to say that. Like we still have the win, the victory, but this could be someone that they feel good and they just want to keep feeling that way. And it's like pleasure seeking, if that makes sense. So for a lot of us Scorpios in this time with the Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like, I just want to feel good. That's it. And I'm going to do what I have to do to feel good. There's like a pleasure seeking this week. So do it that way you will. No judgment here, but we're going to keep going. I don't know what this pleasure seeking is. The only thing I will say is everything within balance, my friends. So we're going to keep going. It's either playing nice or pleasure seeking, maybe both, right? Let's keep going. these messages are just so out of the blue this week. So let's see what's up with the Seven of Swords, and we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Seven of Swords here, please? Why? Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse underneath it. That is absolutely something to pay very, very close attention to, especially with some of the other stuff we were seeing earlier within. Now, the Three of Pentacles to me could represent other people. It could represent the circle of people around us, whether it's friends, family, work, colleagues, and stuff like that. Notice it's like usually people working together. I always say it's teamwork makes the dream work, right? It's people that work together as a group. So when I see it in reverse, underneath this Seven of Swords, either one, it's a person that I don't really trust what they say, I don't really trust what they're doing, or this is something that, or someone that spirit wants you to just keep an eye on this person. Beware of this person. Now, again, I'm not saying that the sky is falling and it's the worst thing ever, but like if you're feeling some of this stuff I was picking up in the middle, and yeah, play nice, cool, do all that. Seven of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. It's like, okay, I don't believe what you're saying. I'll be nice for now, but I'm watching you. It's like one of those. It's like, I'll play nice. I'm not believing what you're saying. I'm not buying what you're selling, but I'm watching. I'm watching. That's so specific. So I'm sure there's a lot of Scorpios that doesn't hit for, but there could be a very specific individual that is either one, very hard to work with, or two, their actions and their words just don't line up. It doesn't feel like you have to blow it all up right now, but it's like, beware of it, keep an eye on it. And always remember, if the actions and words line up, that's the biggest thing. There's still great energy. There's still good stuff. There's still holdover from last week. So it's not like this whole reading's a train wreck, but there's absolutely stuff to watch out for. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow. So yeah, this was a reading, that's for sure. But if you kindly look in the box position number one, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I did say it could be someone just saying something to like get someone off their back or just appease them. But I also get this incongruency with how someone's acting and what they're saying, where it's like they say one thing then do another. So watch out for any of that. It's just something I find confusing. Like there's just something that feels off, something I find confusing, something doesn't add up. In the middle, we have the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Good energy for the most part. This could just be someone playing nice, where it's like, yeah, no, everything's cool. All right. But at the same time, I'm getting this pleasure seeking too, where it's like, I just want to feel good. I don't care. I'm going to do what I have to do to feel good. Moving to the back end, we have the Seven of Swords with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. There could be someone that spirit definitely wants you to keep an eye on. You don't got to blow it all up. But there could be someone that's either difficult to work with and their words and their actions don't match. And there's just someone where it's like, okay, I got my eye on you. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So get your one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get this shadow card out. Maybe we'll get a little more information, hopefully, about what's going on over there. What's in the shadows for Scorpio gang? Cool. Four Cups. So the Four of Cups is really strong when it comes to like mindset. It could also be an energy that has its head in the clouds, and I don't dislike it. To me, this card can sometimes represent rest, relaxation, at least giving yourself a mental vacation of some kind. That's usually what it is. But the Seven of Cups, although it is imaginative and it is very dreamy, sometimes it can overthink. Sometimes the head can be in the clouds a little too much. And that's what the shadow side of this is. If you see it, like we got the kitty cat that's thinking about this, that's thinking about this. And like before you know it, it's like Inception, where it's like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. So watch out for thought loops and thought spirals when this shows up. Right? Like there's just something about keeping things simple when I look at this whole spread too. So watch out for that. Watch out for the overthinking. I would say the good thing about the Four of Cups is that it's great for creativity and creative solutions. So we're just going to put it down right there, my beautiful friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation or you'd like to have a chat with me, you can book a personal session at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My May calendar is up and the spots go quick, so you might want to check it out. But for the May subscriber surprise, we're doing another winner's choice. I will choose 3 lucky subscribers to win either a copy of the Tarot of the Owls, beautiful deck, and it's really nice, or 3 custom made pendants from my website, mastermetaphysics.com. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of the cards that showed up in this week's reading, which one caught your attention most or resonated with you most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the posts tab. My friends, much love, and I'll talk to you soon.